Good morning, everyone. Today I have two guests from the Romantic period. Back when they published their artwork in the industrial and agricultural production improvements affected many citizens in a negative way. The people became ever more overcrowded and the workers became slaves in inhuman conditions for long hours and a miserable pay. It was hardly worth living. The Romantic poets expressed for many people the unease they felt at the excesses of the industrialization. The two guests I will interview today is two great poets, the two W's, William Wordsworth and William Blake. Welcome to you, William Wordsworth.
Thank you, Oprah.
So today we're going to talk about the Romantic period and some of your amazing poems. So, Wordsworth, when you wrote I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud, which particular elements did you take into consideration?
Well, that's a good question. I was influenced by industrialization and what it did to our pure, welcoming nature.
Interesting. The love for nature is also one of the main components of the Romantic period.
Yes, it is. I acted against the dehumanization and regimentation of the new urban industrial society. I believed in the importance of the individual and of personal experience.
That sounds so great. Why do you consider nature being so important?
I consider nature to be important because it is very morally uplifting. It is a kind of spiritual experience. And I wandered lonely as a cloud. I put myself in the position of an untouchable and neutral figure who could watch the world from above. A cloud floating around, what is more peaceful than that? If dancing daffodils is not included. I also chose to use a very simple language to make sure it appealed to everybody in the world.
You are really poetic. It sounds so amazing. We are going to have a break now. When we will be back, we will speak with William Blake. See you! Welcome back to my amazing show, everybody. Today we are talking to two authors of the Romantic period, William Wordsworth and William Blake. In the beginning of the show, we were talking about Wordsworth, I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud. And now we are going to turn our attention to William Blake.
Good evening, citizens of the polluted religious world.
What an amazing introduction. So Blake, which components did you take into consideration when you wrote The Garden of Love?
Well, first of all, it is a part of a larger collection I wrote called Songs of Innocence. I thought very much about the purity and innocence of children and how they were uncorrupted by education and still had their imagination. I also identified nature with something divine and saw the church as a very negative thing because they were regimenting the desire of the people and tried to influence the people by removing their individuality. Yes.
That was quite a mouthful, but interesting. Thank you, Blake, for your interesting point of view. And that was all we have for today. Thank you for watching and stay tuned. We'll be back next week with Miley Cyrus and her auditorial for twerking. Good night, America.